Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Go So Beautiful. My name's Becky and today I'm going to share what I've been working on in my sewing room. It's been a while since I last published a video, but I've been kind of busy and just didn't get around to it. Normally I do a Friday Sews video, thanks to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who has created a great hashtag for YouTube sewists and YouTube subscribers to tune into and see what's going on in the sewing world. But I've gotten a little behind. So today I'm just going to share what's been going on in my sewing room. As far as what I'm wearing, you all probably have seen this before unless you're new, but this is the Tesutti Monroe turtleneck, and I've made this in double brushed poly. It is one of my TNT patterns, and I need to make more because I keep wearing this. And I'm also wearing Love Notions Duet trousers, which I have made up in a Ponte knit, black Ponte knit. These are also becoming a TNT. I don't know if it's a TNT pattern, but these are definitely pants that I love to wear. I know when I made them, I had to make a lot of adjustments, and I'm about to make them again, which I'll share about later. But I really have gotten a lot of wear out of these. And I'll put a picture up of me wearing this outfit. So what have I been sewing? My husband had a birthday recently, and I can't remember if he asked me to make this, but he said he wanted a shirt in his Clemson colors. So I ordered this quilting cotton, which I showed in a previous video, and finally got around to making it up. And I'll put a picture of him wearing it. It is McCall's M6044, and I made view A with the short sleeves and single pocket, and here is the line drawings. This is a really good pattern. It's kind of versatile in that you can make it with a yoke in the front and a yoke in the back. I chose the simplest one because I just didn't want that look. So here it is. I made it in this Clemson print quilting cotton, and I used this purple. I think this is Symphony broadcloth. Very nice broadcloth fabric. I got it at, did I get it at Joann? Yeah. And I used these orange buttons just for contrast. And look at this pocket. You can't hardly see it because I cut it so that it blends in with the rest of the shirt. It does fit him very well. However, the shoulder seams are really low. And so I'm going to have to, like 2.5 inches. So I'm going to take the sleeves off and shorten that. But I am wondering if that's going to affect the sleeve itself. Like, am I going to have to recut that? I don't know. If you have any experience with that, please share below. What else? When this does have a collar stand or a collar band, and when I went to put it on, the band was much shorter than the neckline on the shirt, and I tried to put a little bit of gather stitches in it and ease it in. That didn't work. Finally, I went and measured one of his other shirts and realized that the shirt itself was larger than the neckband, and so I just took up the shoulder seams. You can see I've got a pretty wide seam there, and then fit the collar band on, and it worked out fine. Now, I used my new Juki sewing machine. Don't know if you can see that. And it sewed beautifully, and also made these beautiful buttonholes. I believe it was Sarah from Naughty Known Crafts asked. I hope you can see that. It's purple thread. But it does make very good buttonholes, and it has several different styles. You can make, let's see, it's got 15 different styles with keyhole at the bottom, keyhole at the top, round end, bar tack. I mean, I've never seen so many different buttonhole stitches, but I think some of them are designed for knits and things like that. Anyway, it does have a special buttonhole foot that you attach, and then you put a little button in the back and it automatically measures it. And then you can, it has a function where it will remember the size of the buttonhole, so you just can sew all your buttonholes without worrying about getting them the same size. So this is not a promotion for Juki. I am not getting paid for this. I'm just explaining how nicely this machine works for me. So this was an enjoyable make, except for that collar band, and my husband loves it. When I showed it to my family, they said, "Oh, let's go bowling." I guess it looks like a bowling shirt. So that was one thing I did last week. The next thing, I think I had showed this to you all. I cut it out and I finally got it sewed up. McCall's M7353. This is a nice dress pattern with Nancy Zeman. I don't know if she designed it or if she just commented on it. There were little tips from her. And I made viewC with the little cow neck collar and long sleeves. Well, 3/4 length sleeves. And I made it in this really bouncy stretch jersey. Now, I put it on, and I can't say I was thrilled with the way it looked on me. First of all, the collar did not lay very flat, or not flat, but it's not lined, and so it kept flipping up, and you could see the wrong side of the fabric. So I may take it off and either line it, or I may just tack it down in the back here. That would keep it from rolling up. But it's got dolman sleeves or grown-on sleeves. And I'm not sure how I feel about having a seam on the top of my... Sometimes that kind of bothers me, but there's a seam on the top of the arm and then underneath. And then it's got an ampere waist with elastic, and it does have pockets. And I'll put a picture of me where I tried it on. I haven't hemmed it. It probably isn't the most flattering, but I think if I style it, and I'll do that in my next video, it'll probably look better. I didn't really, the fabric wasn't the funnest thing to sew because it was so kind of fiddly, but with my serger and my machine, my Juki machine, I put a knit needle in it, a needle for stretch knits, and I think I used like a 70 because this is a really fine, kind of a thin knit. It sewed it just fine, didn't skip any stitches or anything like that. And I used my cover stitch machine to do, like there's a hem on the collar. So that's the other thing I made. And like I said, it's kind of growing on me. I think if I, since I'm on kind of a weight loss journey, it'll look better when I lose 10 pounds or so. So that's what I've been sewing this week. What is on deck now is one of my UFOs, which I have promised to make at least one a month. And I've got a pile of them over here. I think I'm kind of enjoying wovens, and maybe I'll just, I don't know, sometimes I want to sew knits, sometimes I want to sew wovens. And I really don't want to start a new project until I do my UFO, but I do have some new projects in mind. I would like to make, it's been really kind of chilly here, and I think I just like this Tesutti pattern, so I'd like to make some more of these tops. Also, I mentioned in my last video that I wanted to look a little more put together, even though I stay at home, but I wanted to be comfortable. And I had made a pair of these Love Notions Duet trousers in a Ponte knit as a muslin. And they were just hanging in my closet, and it was a Saturday, and I didn't feel like wearing sweatpants, so I pulled out those Ponte knit duet trousers in a navy blue, and they were so comfortable, and they really fit fairly well. And the only problem was it was not the best quality Ponte knit, and there was some pilling at the tops of the thighs, which is Ponte can be famous for. This particular pair that I'm wearing has not pilled yet, so I may end up getting some more of this fabric, even though it's kind of heavy. But I decided I'm going to make some Ponte knit pants, and I think I'm going to use the duet trousers from Love Notions patterns. I'll put a picture up of it, and it is very size inclusive, and you can make it in a stretch woven, or I think even a regular woven. I'm not sure. Anyway, I may look for another pattern, but I'm hesitant to buy another one because I have so many. And I have been looking at Ponte fabrics on Style Maker, and they have two different kinds, and I sent them a message asking them which one of these is better in terms of pilling, because I don't want to make pants that are going to pill after wearing them 3 times. Now, I did order some Ponte fabric from them last year, which I'm not real crazy about, to be honest. Let me show you. I'm not even sure why I got this color. It's not a bad color. I think I wanted some pants for fall. And it is described as designer Ponte knit heather olive. And I got 2.5 yards. I'm not sure why. This is 60 inches wide. It's plenty of fabric to make a pair of pants. And I think it's got a lot of nylon in it. I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. I like Ponte that has a little bit more softer, like cotton feel. And this just feels almost like an athletic knit. It doesn't feel like Ponte to me. And when I got it and saw it, I was a little bit disappointed, and I thought about sending it back, but it seemed like too much trouble, so I kept it. And now I'm looking at it again and thinking I should have sent it back because I really don't like it. I don't know. It's kind of growing on me, and it might be better once I make it up. It does feel kind of like the pants I'm wearing. But anyway, I don't really see this description of Ponte fabric in their at Style Maker. So anyway, that's a long story. If you have gotten Ponte knit fabric from a place that you really like, please leave a comment below and let me know. I'm looking for maybe navy blue, dark brown, or even a mauve color maybe. Not mauve, mauve. Wine or burgundy. I think those would be good colors. I had mentioned my Make 9 plans in my last video, and I've kind of decided I don't really need to do that. I make clothes that I need and clothes that I want when I need them and when I want them. So the Make 9 list is really not something I need to work on. I just think I was kind of jumping on a little bandwagon of everybody who's has a Make 9 list. So anyway, there's nothing wrong with making plans. In the Benjamin Franklin quote, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Just because you don't follow a plan doesn't mean that you have failed, especially in sewing. So anyway, food for thought. I hope y'all are having a wonderful week and are enjoying January. It is pretty cold here, and so it's been nice to just stay in and kind of hibernate is what I like to do. I've been knitting. I did knit some socks. Well, I have started knitting socks, and one of them is really big. The other one I made smaller, so I need to make a mate to go with the smaller one. But I'm kind of tired of knitting with that yarn, so I started another pair of socks. And I have a few other knitting and crochet projects started too, so I really need to finish up what I've started and then move on to the next one. But I just get bored, and so I think it's okay to have more than one project going at once. I did finish my granddaughter's baby sweater, and I'll put a picture of that in the I'll put a picture of that up here, and hopefully there are a few boo-boos in it, but it is my first sweater, and I'm really pleased with how it came out in spite of those boo-boos. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you want to see more videos. I really enjoy hearing your comments and sharing what I've made with you, and it makes sewing so much more fun. So, go sew beautiful. Bye-bye.